windswept clouds. Hey everybody, it's John, Lake Erie Chestnuts. Haven't posted for a while. Just like always, the good weather gets here and it gets real busy. But trees have leafed out and it looks like it's going to be a banner year for blossoms anyway. We'll see about chestnuts. We bloom around July 4th here. Everything seems to be about a week or so early, so maybe we'll be late June this year. Tons of blossoms starting to form. But you know, I don't typically mow this until after July 15th to let the turkey and the deer have their young. But I did mow 3 rows, taking very good care to make sure I didn't mow over anything. I showed you this tree last time. It had been pollarded off. The top had been taken off because it was not doing well. And it had started leafing out, but only on the central leaves. And it looks like it's going to die. It's got a bunch of stump sprouts, so I'm not sure. Maybe just the shock of that did that to it. I don't know. But the stump looks fine. There's no blight. But you can see at the bottom a bunch of new growth. So we'll see what happens there. If you're new to the channel, my name's John. I'm entering the 11th year of having any chestnuts here. And these trees on these first 3 rows, which are chestnuts 30 foot apart in 900 foot rows, these are entering they were 1 year bare roots, so they're entering their 12th leaf. This tree has tons of blossoms forming. Tons. Remember last year's harvest was light and we had a late Mother's Day frost, so I'm expecting the trees to make up for it this year, and it looks like so far they are. Once again, all of these trees are loaded with blossoms. But mowed it as best I could. It all looked like this, which is 2-foot orchard grass and timothy. And you can see those internal branches that died off in the late frost last year. They're still dead. They're deader than can be, but you know, they're dry. But seems like it's putting new ones. You can see right here. It's got a new branch right there at my finger by the dead branch. So the tree's not looking so thin this year. Usually they're pretty full looking. And this one is starting to look more full again, although some of those interior branches remain dead. Tons of blossoms. Again, you can see this one with all the interior branches dead. So it looks pretty open, but the tree itself looks healthy, making plenty of blossoms. Yeah, we'll just tip you over the edge. It's not a perfect mow here. Just kind of got it beat down, and that way it'll be something we can work with once every couple weeks here. Don't want to burn too much gas until it gets time to pick up. And of course you see lots of interesting things when you're out here. Way over here I see 3 deer at least. Saw a fawn earlier. Didn't you see those deer? I saw a very tiny fawn earlier. So you can see it tips over the hill and looks great. Some of you down south will see a lot faster growth than I have. Carolina area. Some of you may benefit from irrigation. We haven't really needed irrigation. You can see you can kind of see a transition, a different type of grass here. This is where we usually mow. We usually do a cross pattern here, mowing both down the row and then down on this row. So that's what it all looked like before I mowed today. This one we had a top snap off and it was a narrow crotch angle. So I just took the weaker one, cut that off, and we're going to work with one main leader rather than dealing with weak trees that are just going to fall down. This is the cool part about the trees when they get bigger. You get some shade. And you start getting habitat in the trees yelling at you. As you can hear that bird yelling at us. I don't know if that's a female red-winged blackbird. Yeah, it's a female and a male. It's a beautiful day. Started work on some food plots. Get you a look at this red-winged blackbird. Maybe. I know he's hard to see against the transition there. So that tree looks like it's going to be taken out. Cool to see the trees. Beautiful day. Izzy got to swim in the pond. Fed the fish. Beautiful big old bluegill there. And I know I saw a nest up here somewhere, a bird nest. Maybe we can check that. Anyway, been a while since I checked in with everybody. Everything's going good, but it's busy. Life is busy. Beautiful hills. Here's a nest. I can't see in it, but maybe you can. That's about 8 foot tall.